My name is Matt Caesar. I'm from Cape May, New Jersey. I went to Lower Township High School, and I went to Villanova on a full football scholarship where I also played baseball. I was drafted by the Chicago Cubs in the fifth round my junior year and opted to play a minor league summer. Well, 2009 was the national championship season. I was a junior, and I believe we finished off either 13-1 or 14-1. And the only loss we took, geez, I don't even remember who we lost to, was New Hampshire. We actually played New Hampshire at New Hampshire, and we lost 24-21. And actually met up with them again in the playoffs and beat them 47-7, I think. So we kind of got our revenge. But, I mean, that season was unbelievable. You know, we had a great group of guys. We had a great class above us, and ourselves, we had a great class below us. We had some guys contributing along the way. So it was a great season for us. They had faith in me. You know, the team had faith in me to get the ball in my hands and to do what I can do with it. So it was awesome to have, you know, just the backup and support from the entire team to, you know, not just, you know, more or less not just put in the one person's hands, but we, you know, we did a great job moving the ball around, and you know, a great offense coordinator was wonderful that game, as was, you know, entire season. But he mixed it up also, and it wasn't just me. You know, it was you know, Whitney, you know, Andrew Labaro. You know, we didn't pass too much, but you know, when we did, we made big plays. So it was good. I mean, it's great. You know, through my whole career there, I was you know, real big into special teams, even through senior year, and that's how our class was. You know, our class was big supporters in special teams, and not only was I a kickoff return, but you know, I ran down on kickoff, you know, I ran down on punt, I was a punt returner, you know, I did all that stuff, and that's, you know, that's what I think made or break our team, is all the starters that actually played on special teams and helped the defense out, helped the offense out with ball position. You know, it's special teams, defense, and offense, I think, and if you win the special teams battle, most of the time you'll win the game. We ended up winning the Florida State League, and so, you know, I got another championship under my belt with minor league baseball. And my first one under my belt with minor league baseball, hopefully more to come, and hopefully major league. But, you know, as for myself, I did all right. I had, you know, right around 300. I think I might have been, you know, 296. I had 11 home runs. I think, I'm not sure how many stolen bases I had, but, you know, I did pretty well. You know, I had a pretty decent season, and I'm excited to go forth with this upcoming season. Honestly, I just learned that I have a lot to improve on. You know, this is my first time fully playing one sport and fully playing baseball, fully like focusing on baseball. I was always, you know, big into football because it was a full year thing for me. So just that I have a lot to learn. I need a lot of experience to make it to the next level. You know, in college, I would have to say maintaining, you know, good grades. You know, that was hard for me. There's you know, along the way it was tough because at first I was trying to do way too much, and I was trying to do all football practices and all baseball practices, and you know, it didn't work out for me. And I was going, you know, thinking about quitting one or the other until I sat down and was able to talk to both coaches. So I would say the biggest challenge was off the field wise was definitely great. Maintaining grades. You know, not really. I just got to try and not necessarily do my own thing, but I take a lot of things from a lot of people to try and incorporate my own game. You know, I kind of have if I were to say that to resemble anybody, it would be Shane Victorino, because he was out there, you know, more or less like a little kid every day. You know, he's always out there running as hard as he can, making plays, and that's what I like to do. I like to, you know, give 100% effort every time I'm out the field. You know, just the fact that I haven't played nearly as much baseball as you know, most of these people have played. You know, I've always been too sport oriented, and that I think it might have hurt me, but you know, it might give me an advantage at some way along my career. But just definitely, the challenges would definitely be just not playing as much baseball as a lot of the kids have. I think my hand-eye coordination is one of the top attributes for me, just because, you know, I've always been able to hit, always been able to do that. That's, you know, you have to be an athlete to hit, I feel like, and you know, that helped me out along the way because you can always fix anything else, but if you can't hit, you know, you're kind of SOL when it comes to playing baseball. I would just have to say, you know, for me when I was younger, what I think made me most successful was not just focusing on one sport. You know, I played. I couldn't even tell you how many sports I played. You name it, I played. You know, even if it was in the yard or at school, just to kind of broaden your horizon a little bit and to not focus on just one thing because you don't want to get sick of it. You know, I feel like if I've been playing baseball my whole life and that's it, I might have got sick of it. And you know, now it's perfect because I'm just starting. I feel like starting my baseball career. You know, even though I played little league, minor league, all that stuff, high school ball, I'm just starting it now. I'm just my first time focusing on it, and I think it's helped me out a lot. Yeah, I've only went once, and that was when I first signed. I played the summer, and I played in Boise one summer. I was drafted, and then at the end of the summer, they flew me and my family out to Chicago, and we actually caught a game, and we went home after that. I mean, definitely my parents. They inspired me my whole life. My dad was always, he wasn't hard on me when I was younger, but he always pushed me to do, you know, extra things, extra work. You know, he's always pushing me to do, you know, extra things in school, extra, you know, workouts, extra running, extra this, extra that. And when I was younger, he wasn't around a lot because he worked. My mom was always around, you know, playing baseball with me, having a cat, you know, keep me occupied. So definitely both them are my inspiration. I mean, I started minor league when I was 6 years old. Now, I don't know how much you want me to tell you. I went minor league, little league, high school, and then went to college, you know, so I always was playing something. I never stopped. Always did something. And I'll just give you a couple. Just my college career, just by, you know, scoring 2 touchdowns in the national championship. Those were definitely like key points to my career. Definitely winning the national championship, and then we played again this year in the minor leagues, and I had the day off, and I think we were down 2-2, and this was in the 8th inning, and I think it was to win. I think it might have been to win the first game, the second game of our first. I think it might have been the second game. Pass ball got by probably 5 feet behind the catcher, and I was on third base, and I took home. We scored, and we ended up winning 3-2. Closer came in and shut them out in the 9th inning. So I think that was one of the most memorable things this year. Honestly, they're both probably the same, just to be successful in what I do, you know, and to just continue to play hard. You know, of course, my goal is to make it to the big leagues, win the World Series, and you know, but if I don't reach that, you know, I'm not going to be disappointed in myself as long as I know I went out there and gave it my all and, you know, tried to do everything possible to make it to that level. I actually like to draw and paint. That's one of my best things to do. You know, it helps me, you know, get away from the sport, get away from the game, and I'll be able to focus on something other than, you know, an activity. So I like to do that, and, you know, it's very calm, very peaceful, and that's one of my favorite things to do outside of baseball. I don't know. I think everybody hit the fastball. Yeah, I like hitting the fastball. I just like knowing what pitch you're going to throw and count. So throughout the game, I kind of study the pitcher and see how he throws to people and see what, you know, when count comes up, what's he going to throw. And I try and, you know, guess it when I'm not up to bat. You know, when I'm up to bat, it's just instinct. But, you know, if I have a, you know, little head step, you know, I like to see if the pitcher moves his gloves a certain way when he throws a fastball or throws a curveball. Just something easy to pick up that might help me in the long run. I don't really know. It's kind of tough question to give a message. Just to know I'll be always be back in Villanova. I know where I came from, and you know, I'll continue to try and make them proud. More or less, just know that I'm going to try and do everything to make it up to the big leagues and get them some winning seasons. Hi, this is Matt Caesar. Thank you for the show. Thanks for having me on the show, and I enjoy being on it. And for all fans out there, Villanova fans and Cubs fans, just stay tuned. And you know, I hope to be well and make you guys proud.